Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arjun. I'm going back and reviewing some of the movies that I missed earlier in the year, or missed reviewing earlier in the year that I watched. One of those is Novocaine. This movie came out in March, I think, and I got a chance to watch it near the end of March when I was on spring break, and I just didn't get a chance to review it after. So I wanted to review it now. And this was a movie that I wasn't super excited for, but I was interested in it because I knew like the general premise of the movie and stuff like that. So before I let you guys know what I thought about Novocaine, let me know down in the comments if you've seen it. What did you think about this movie? What are your thoughts on it, and what were your expectations going into it? I'd love to know your thoughts. With that said, I'm gonna get started talking about it. Now, this movie stars Jack Quaid as Nathan Kane, who is basically this character that can't feel any pain. So goes all his life not eating any actual food and stuff like that, and he just has to drink stuff, I guess. And he has all these different experiences that he can't, like if he burns his hand, he won't know till after the fact because he doesn't feel pain. And I think that whole concept is just really interesting. And having an action movie with a character like that could be very interesting. So because of that, I was very excited to watch this movie. So the plot of the movie isn't anything crazy. It's a pretty straightforward plot. Basically, he works at a bank, and this girl that works with him at the bank is his girlfriend now. And basically, once they start dating, there's this one day where a bunch of people rob the bank and they take her as hostage. Now he goes on a whole journey to get her back and save her life, basically. And the movie is, again, very simple concept, but it is fun because of the idea of having this guy that just can't feel any pain. I think that makes this movie a lot more interesting. I think Jack Quaid does a really good job as Nathan Kane here. He kind of just plays the same character that he plays in most of his other stuff. Like if you watch The Boys, obviously he's Huey in The Boys, and he plays a very similar character to that. He's able to like do action scenes and stuff like that. He's able to kind of just joke around while fighting people because he can't feel anything. Really brutal things happen, but he can't feel anything, so he's just joking around and stuff, and I think that's very interesting. And speaking of the action, I think the action in the movie is just really good. It genuinely has some really good action sequences. And I thought that was kind of weird because I mean, I knew it was going to be like fun, but I didn't think it was going to have genuinely good action scenes. There's this one action scene with the tattoo artist, which I thought was really good. That one was very creative, the way the action choreography played out. It's not like a John Wick type action scene by any means, but it's like using the environment around you for the fight, and I thought that was really good. And then there's also an action scene in a kitchen, which is really well done. There's moments like that throughout the movie where the action just kind of kicks in, and you're not at the edge of your seat. It's just fun to watch because he can't feel any pain, and there's so many interesting things going on with these other people that he's fighting that it makes for really fun sequences. And because of the whole concept of the movie, it does lend itself to some really good humor. There's some really funny scenes. There's some really gross scenes that the movie is able to make funny because of the context of things happening. I think that works really well in this movie. The humor is just fantastic. I was really having a good time throughout this whole movie because it's just really funny. Now, the movie isn't trying to go do anything crazy. It's not swinging for the fences. It's not going to be anyone's favorite movie of the year, but it's just a fun experience, and I think because of that reason the movie delivered for me. I think the movie is just able to give you a really fun experience with likable characters and some really cool action scenes and some nice comedy in there. I also really like Jacob Batalon, Ned from the Spider-Man movies. I think he doesn't have a major role, but when he's on screen, he's really funny. And because the movie is a comedy, it does lend itself to some really fun scenes. I also enjoyed Amber Midthunder in this as Nathan's girlfriend. She's not. I don't know. I think she works really well. I think they both have really good chemistry. And I'm not. I think they do something with their character that's a little interesting. So I don't know. The movie did subvert my expectations a little bit, and it was definitely better than I thought it would be to some extent because it's just a lot of fun. I knew it was going to be fun, but it was more fun than I was expecting it to be, and I genuinely thought the movie had some heart. So I did appreciate that about it. So yeah, overall, Novocaine isn't one of the best movies of the year. This isn't going to be anything crazy. I don't think it's I don't think it's going to be in my top 10 at the end of the year or anything like that. But it is a really fun movie, and I think I just had a really good time watching it. For my score, I'm going to give it a 75%. It's not a movie that's aiming to be anything crazy. It's not really ambitious. It's really small scale, but it's just trying to be fun and entertaining, and I think it does its job really well. Because everything is relatively small scale, you're just able to have a really good time, and there's some really brutal moments in there, so I did appreciate that a lot. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on Novocaine. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen the movie. What did you think about it? How excited were you to watch it? If you enjoyed my review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I'll also leave links in the description below for my other social media, so go follow me on there, especially my Instagram. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.